Hi and welcome to a new video. So in today's video I'm not going to be trying any new coffee from Nespresso, but I'm going to share my coffee favorites and the most repurchased coffee capsules for the last 2 years. So I've done a shorter version of this quite a while ago and it was really popular. Now I'm going to give you my longer version with a taste test, and I'm going to explain more about the coffee flavors in each of these and why these are my most repurchased coffee capsules. So grab a cup of coffee and keep watching. Here, first up, I'm just going to go randomly and show you what I purchased. First up is the Venezia. It's an intensity number 8. The flavors are like dark roasted but not too intense. You can have it as an espresso. I love this in cappuccinos. I'm not really a fan of this nowadays in iced coffee because I found better options. But for cappuccino, I think this one is my favorite. They changed the coffee design. Oh no! This used to be one of the more better looking and sophisticated capsules. Let's give it a taste test. This is a single espresso shot Venezia. The aroma is one of my favorites. I can instantly smell the roasty nuts flavor. It's so delicious. Yeah, I think this one definitely deserves a spot in my top 3 most repurchased coffees ever. Yeah, it's intense, but it's not overly bitter. So even if you're new to Nespresso coffee, I would highly recommend you to try this one first. And then if you like this level of intensity, try other capsules of level 8. If you want to go further, you can go higher on the intensity scale. Yeah, give this one a try if you like to have cappuccinos or lattes. Let's see, what do we have here. This one is the Istanbul Espresso. But yeah, another level 8 intensity. Level 8. They recommend to have it as a ristretto or an espresso. Again, the flavor is roasted, kind of similar to Venezia. They're both intensity 8, they're both dark roasted. This one, the Istanbul, I find it has a bit more acidity and a bit more complex flavor, like a chocolatey, syrupy, chocolatey, syrupy taste. So I like to have this one as well in cappuccinos, but because I find that it has slightly more acidity, it goes well in iced coffees as well. Let me see. Yes, this intense ambrosial brew bursts with boldness, wild ripe fruits, and a delicate almond touch. Thick and velvety in homage to Turkish coffee, its Ethiopian Arabica and Indian Robusta remind us of the city crossroads. Yes, so I can tell that it has Robusta. It's slightly more stronger or bitter, but yeah, it's really delicious. Let's make a cup of coffee. This is the Istanbul Espresso single shot. Here we have a bit more fruity smell. I can definitely smell the acidity, so but don't be worried, it's not too much. If you don't like acidic coffee, this is not over the top. Would I say it tastes like Turkish coffee? Probably not. No, I don't think so. It goes really well with chocolate syrup. If you like iced mocha, I would say try this. Try the Istanbul Espresso. Other ways that I drink this, it's usually cappuccino or an iced Vietnamese coffee. Yeah, it's so good, it's so delicious. I don't even feel the need to add any sweetener to this one. It's so nice on its own. It's syrupy, it's it's fragrant. Ooh. 10 out of 10. Next we have the arpeggio. This one is a classic. You will find it in most hotel and most places will have this. I personally didn't get this one at first. When I first started drinking espresso, I just thought, yeah, there's nothing special about it. But the more I tasted and I got used to it, I feel that I need to repurchase it and something is missing. Like sometimes I'm craving for this one. Like this arpeggio is an intensity 9, so slightly more intense than the previous two I showed you. They also recommend it as a ristretto or espresso. The main flavor is cocoa. I don't think it has any fruity notes. It's just a velvety cup. I think it's quite strong. They say intensity number 9, but I feel it's maybe a 10 or 11. So it's like a classic cup of coffee. I don't really know how to describe this better, but definitely every guest that I gave this to, they all like it. So yeah, I guess there's something special about this one. Let's try it. Look at how thick that crema is, how intense. The smell is not as distinguished as the Venezia, which so far that smell is the best. Slightly more acidic than Venezia, not as acidic as Istanbul. It's somewhere in between, but the bitterness is above those two, so it's slightly more roasted and burnt. Yeah, I just feel like a burnt flavor, but this one really goes well with milk. If I had this in a shop or in Starbucks, I probably wouldn't be able to tell that it's an espresso. It's like a very common cup of coffee. Yeah, it's just good. It's quite balanced. And yeah, they cannot find any fault with it. It's just that it's not special. It doesn't have a unique flavor. If you are looking for something fancy or something new, I think maybe this is not for you, but it's definitely a coffee staple to have if you have people coming over and your guests like coffee. And I find that this one goes well with everyone. No one has ever complained about the arpeggio. To the next one is ristretto. Ristretto is one of my favorites. If you watch my any top of capsules that I've done since the beginning, this one is probably my favorite because it's so versatile. It's also, again, not a special flavor, not a unique flavor. If you're adventurous, you want to taste coffee that tastes like pineapple or something floral, this is not it. This is your regular everyday cup of coffee. I can have this every day. I will not get bored. I will not complain. I can have this in the morning, any time of the day. And this is super versatile for coffee recipes with milk, with ice, with creamer, with sugar. It just, yeah, it's a very robust kind of coffee bean. So the intensity is number 10. I feel it's quite similar in intensity with the arpeggio, even though they say this is lower, but yeah, the taste is kind of there. It's syrupy, very low on acidity, long roasted for body, short for brightness and fruit. This coffee is a culmination of all we explored in the emblematic Italian cup. So it's like a classic Nespresso cup of coffee that tries to imitate Italian coffee. Let's try this. So beautiful. The smell, again, it fills up the house, and I just love waking up to this one. Yep, it has slightly more acidity than Venezia. Probably similar to, yeah, it's almost similar to the purple pod that I just showed, the arpeggio. In terms of acidity, it's quite syrupy. I would say that the body is thicker than the Venezia and the Istanbul and everything we have had so far. Slight acidity, which is just what you need for a good flavorful iced coffee. Richness of smell. Let me add some milk, and this one takes a bit more milk, so it's better value for money if you like to drink a longer cup of coffee. It's so well balanced. I cannot even explain. Like the acidity and the bitterness, it all melts in the milk, and it just gives you a nice balanced cup of coffee that you can drink anywhere, anytime, every day. So here, oh, yes, we have a Starbucks. So this Starbucks is the Cafe Verona. It's one of my favorite Starbucks coffee capsules and the one that I always like to stock up. And I do this because it's difficult to find in my region. Most grocery stores only come with 4 types of flavor, and I don't like them. So this one is the Cafe Verona, and they suggest to have it as a ristretto. I have it as an espresso. It's more intense than all the Nespresso range. The interesting thing about this Cafe Verona is that I've tried the coffee beans version of the same one from Starbucks and I did not like it. So I found that it's overly bitter, overly roasted, like too smoky. But for the Nespresso machine that I have, this one just makes great coffee, and it's a great extraction. Cup and see how it tastes. The aroma is really strong, so it definitely tastes like roasted coffee, like super roasted. I also feel a bit of like cocoa powder, chocolatey aroma. The way I like to drink this one the most is as a mocha, hot chocolate mocha. This one pairs really well. Again, it's iced mochas. If you like Starbucks iced mocha, yeah, I recommend you to try this coffee pod. It's really good, and I think it's one of the best from Starbucks except for Pike Place. The final pod. This one is the Nespresso Cape Town Lungo. Finally one Lungo on my list. So yes, I like drinking Lungo coffees as well, but mostly I drink cappuccinos and hot coffees at home. Occasionally I'll have a Vietnamese style iced coffee. So that's why I prefer to buy more dark roasted, thick kind of coffees. This one, it's a Lungo. Let's give it a taste test. This one is an intensity 10. The flavor is roasted. It has a blend of Indian Arabica and Robusta. It results in an intense Lungo, full-bodied with a punchy bitter note and woodsy aroma. So I'm going to expect again wood. Let's taste it. The Cape Town Lungo. I brewed a double shot. My hands are burning. Yeah, the smell is fantastic. It tastes roasted. It's quite similar. It's similar to the Venezia, I would say. If you like intense coffee, I'm sure you like this one. Really strong and bold flavors. Not much acidity. I'm not tasting any at all. Just a nice, rich, roasty aroma. That, yeah, the aroma really sticks and stays with you. Really sticks, and it's still intense even though you add milk. So that's why I like it. If I like to drink a longer cup of coffee, like this kind of size, I'll go for a double shot of this Lungo instead of a single shot cappuccino. If I want to make a smaller cappuccino, a single shot, I'll use this kind of cup and one of the espresso pods that I mentioned today. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed these videos, make sure you give me a like and subscribe to see more videos just like this. Have a nice day and enjoy your coffee. Bye!